What's up guys, it's Razarine. I'm going to be showing you my Majespecter Magician deck that I have used at a few local tournaments and got first place in. So let's get straight into this deck profile. Start off, 3 Raccoon. Raccoon is insane because it searches all your Majespecter monsters. And then 3 Kirin. Kirin is the other amazing card of this deck, and the reason why you win a lot, because he bounces any card your opponent controls back to the hand, and then he also bounces one of your Pendulum cards back, so you can recycle your Raccoons for next turn, and he's just insane against any extra deck. And he's also good as a defensive card against Cosmo or Monarchs. Then play 2 Fox and 2 Toad, purely to search out the trap. The trap, essentially a Solemn Strike, is amazing, and as well you can search Tornado, and they're just amazing cards. And then Majespecter Cat is the last one we play. He's good because essentially you get Raccoon for the end phase, so then you've got something for next turn to play with, so he's really good. The reason why I play more Majespecters than other decks, because a lot of decks play only like 2 Raccoon and 3 Kirin, or no Raccoons and 3 Kirin, is because without Wavering Eyes, you need a way to search your Raccoon, because essentially your first turn, you always want to normal summon him, search one of these, and we also play the field spell, so essentially we want to open any of these Majespecter cards with the field spell, so then we can summon the Raccoon and search the Kirin. So yeah, moving on to the other Pendulum engine. For the Magicians, 3 Dragonpit, 2 Oath and 1 Wisdom Eye. I was playing 3 Oafdragon because he works really well with the field spell and the trap, but essentially you don't really need 3. It works fine just playing 3, 2 and 1. I wish he was at more, but unfortunately he's not. And then Skullcrobat and Monkeyboard essentially searches Skullcrobat, and they just search each other, and then you get the 8 scale, which is amazing from Shining Victory, so good. And the one is Pendulum Dragon, just because with Utopia Beyond and him, that's 5k damage when you put all your opponent's monsters attack to 0, and you can just kill your opponent. You don't want to play more, however, just because you only want to search him once just to kill your opponent, and he's not really needed in any other situation. Then we've got Luster, because Luster is good. 3 Magical Abductor, because if you open him and Terraforming, you basically get to search any Pendulum card you want, and that's pretty insane. 2 Eccentric Archfiend is really good going second if you want to pop your spell trap, and then you can Pendulum and then destroy a monster, but this is good because he's a scale 7, so he's good to summon your Kirin with, and as well your Oafdragons and Monkeyboard, so that you can make your rank 6s. So that's it for the Pendulum monsters. The last monsters that we play, 3 Apex Avian for your negates. Essentially with this deck you just want to have Kirin, Apex and a Fox or Toad with your trap, and then essentially you just defend your opponent's first turn, because you go first, then your opponent's first turn. You just want to survive that turn, and then next turn you just go off. And the good thing about Apex is it goes back to your hand, so it is always a problem for your opponent. I mean, it doesn't just go away. Essentially, you just Pendulum summon it back next turn. The spell cards, 3 Pendulum Call, essentially instant scale, so you can Pendulum. 3 Terraforming to search out the Majestic Pegasus and 2 Sky Iris. Essentially, you open one of these cards, and you should be fine to Pendulum Summon. You should always have your scales ready, because these search the 8 scale, I mean these search a 2 and 8, and this you need 3 to search just the 1 copy, so then if you open any Majespecter, you can search, you can special summon the Raccoon, which then searches your Kirin, and then you want to Pendulum Summon it. So it's really good. That's it for the spells, but then you just play the 2 traps, which is the Tempest. I've tried playing more, but you never want to open it, you only want to play 2. So that's all we play in the main deck. If you're wondering where the Tornado is, I do side the Tornado because it's not necessary in the main deck. It's only really good against BA or any extra deck based deck. So the extra deck is 2 Dweller. Dweller obviously is amazing, but you do need 2 sometimes, because especially if you know your opponent's playing Cosmo, BA or Mermails, you can make it first turn and it's insane. Then you always can need 1 later on during the duel, so that's why you play 2. Castel, Totem Bird, pretty good. Odd-eyes, Xyz cards. And you might be wondering why I'm playing these, because I do side the Odd-eyes fusion because I don't need it in the main deck because I like to go first and I don't like opening it. But I do side it, so you still play those. The Dragon Slayer monsters, creature play Luster. And then 2 Utopia Beyond, because sometimes you need 2 and essentially you make Utopia Beyond and then you're trying to go for game then. So and then other defensive rank 6s, Norito and Pendulum Strike Bouncer, essentially spell negation and monster negation. For the side deck, mainly the main deck that you're concerned about is Cosmos, because you just need to get rid of their big boards and their ships. So play 2 Kaiju, this is for going second against them, and 3 Maxx C just to stop their Fire King Island combo, which if you basically chain one of these then they just stop, and then hopefully they won't have enough cards to survive your Pendulum Summon next turn. And then 3 Lancea, still for Cosmos, but this is if you're going first. It just acts as a second trap where you can stop their play. Then the Odd-eyes Fusion, because it's good against the other Pendulum decks or decks like BA. So you can side it in if you know your opponent's going to choose going first, or you can pick second and side it in. However, it is in this deck you always really want to go first. 2 Twin Twisters, because of Card of Demise decks, and Pendulum decks, it's always handy just to have the extra spell and trap removal, even though you play Dragonpit and Eccentric Archfiend, but always handy. 2 Effect Veiler for Monarchs, just to stop their plays, and then the 2 Tornado for BA or any extra deck based. So that is the side deck. So that is it for the deck profile. If you have any questions, let's leave them in the comment section below and I'll answer them. And this is Rise Orion out.